I pray for you today, once again, that the ears of your spirit be open, that you be open to receive the voice of God. As God spoke to David, may he speak to you. As God spoke to Solomon, may he speak to you. As God spoke to the prophets of old, may he speak to you. As he spoke to the wind, spoke to the storm and said, "Peace, be still." May God speak to you concerning your situation, concerning the pain you feel today, concerning your mistakes, concerning what next to do, which step to follow, where to go from here. May God speak to you. May God speak to you. May God speak to you. May God speak to you through every available channel. May God speak to you through his servants, through the Bible, through any means. May God communicate to you through nature. May God speak to you. May God speak. May you hear his voice. May you hear his voice audibly, clearly. May you hear his voice in your spirit. May he speak to you through dreams. Those of you who dream and don't remember, may you begin to remember your dreams. May you begin to remember your dreams. May you begin to have prophetic dreams. May you begin to see visions. May God speak to you. May God speak to your situation. 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 He spoke through Ezekiel to dry bones. And as Ezekiel began to prophesy according to the word of the Lord, the dry bones came back to life. They became a huge army. May God speak to your situation, that your situations be resolved, that your matter be settled, that every case that has been opened against you be closed. In the name of Jesus, may the Lord speak to your womb, that you may conceive, your physical womb or spiritual womb, that you may conceive ideas that will change your life and change your generation, that you receive the fruit of the womb. Anyone that is trusting God for the fruit of the womb, may the Lord speak to you and bring about the expected change in your life, that your status may change from childless to a mother. It is my prayer for you today. May God speak to you. May the Lord speak to you. He sent forth his word, and his word brought healing. His word brought hope. His word brought salvation. He brought salvation. He brought salvation through his word. May God speak to you. Every other voice that is not the voice of God in your spirit, I declare that voice or voices are silenced. You will hear from God clearly. You will hear him in the morning. You will hear him in the afternoon. And you will hear God's voice in the night. No more mistakes. No more mistakes. You will not make mistakes. You will not commit any blunder. The Lord will speak to you. All those voices that camouflage as God's voice to misdirect you, those voices are silenced. They are silenced today. Hear from God concerning your destiny. Hear from God concerning your destiny. Hear from God concerning your future. Hear from God concerning your tomorrow. Hear from God concerning what you have to do. Hear from God. Hear God for yourself. Henceforth, you will not be manipulated by anybody. You will not be manipulated by anybody. Some people are selfish. They can manipulate you. They can use their words to bend you to their will. Every other voice be silenced. Once you begin to hear those voices that are not of God, you will pick up in your spirit. In fact, you will realize immediately in your spirit that no, this is not of God and definitely not for me. In Jesus' mighty name, it is done.